Hey y'all, this is your girl Phoenix Alexander. This is another episode of Chat with a Chunky Friend. And actually today, yo, let me just say, before I was domesticated and before I got sick, your girl was on a roll, okay? I was living my best life, all right? Chunky girls have so much fun too, and yeah, I was living in my truth. Anyway, moving along and living in my truth, I realized that a lot of times men can't stand it. They can't stand it when you actually give them what they ask for. So when it's like, oh well, I don't want nobody that's gonna be clingy and blah, 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 we just go and have sex, yada, yada, yada. And it's like, oh, all right, cool. That's what I want to do. All right, cool. Mm-hmm. And then you do it. It's like, wait a minute. How dare you walk out on me? I tell you when to leave. You don't decide when to walk out. All right. So I was dating this guy. I'm not going to say his name because, quite frankly, I don't remember his name. Because it might have been memorable for him, but only the situation was memorable for me. Okay, so I'm dating this guy, and he had his own place or whatever. I want to say he had a kid or something like that, but I don't think the kid was living with him. So we went out on one date, and he was really, really trying to get to know me, and I really wasn't trying to get to know I really wasn't trying to get to know him because I had already said in my mind, if you watched the previous video about how to not fall in love with a friend with benefits or whatever, I had already said to myself, like, oh yeah, he's cool, he's attractive, but I definitely wouldn't want to date him. Like, he's banana drama all day. So he's like, trying to talk to me or whatever. And I'm sitting there giving very brief answers like yes, no, mm-hmm. Oh, I saw that you do blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. So, want to have sex? Oh, yeah, cool. Yeah. I'm like, let's get to where the transaction is. I really didn't want to shoot the breeze with you. But, thanks, I guess. So we go to his place, and he didn't tell me that he had a pit bull, in which case I was cool with that. Back in the day, I used to be a dog groomer. I did that for 9 years, so I absolutely love animals. And I'm a low-key animal whisperer, so I'm cool. So his dog's all up my face, like, she never likes anybody. I'm like, oh yeah, all animals like me. So he's just like, man, I might just have to keep you. And in my mind, I'm just like, hell no. Hell no. All right? Your dog is cute. I understand she's enamored with me. I don't blame her. But this phoenix bird needs to fly. I need to spread my legs / wings and fly at that time. Now, I keep my legs closed. My wings don't flap like they used to. But back then, them legs and wings were spreading and they were flying. So anyway, I'm there with the pit bull, and he's just like, yeah, she's real territorial, this, that, and third, and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, all right, cool. So we go up to his room, and we go up to his room, and, things happen, and he brings the dog into the bedroom because he's just like, oh, if I let her out of the room, she'll go and destroy the house. So I'm just like, oh, probably should train her better, but okay. So we get done doing the nitty gritty, and I'm trying to get up because he got me in a hug, like, don't you ever leave me, girl. And I'm just like, gotta slide under there. Yeah, there we go. So that's me. I'm sliding out. His dog is looking at me like, where do you think you're going? Because I'm going to snitch on you. So I'm like, all right, bet. I see how we're going to have to do this. So I creep the door open little by little, because I heard it was squeaky when I came in. I pay attention to everything. I'm like Sherlock Holmes, all right? So I come out and I noticed earlier that he had gave her a milk bone, right? Gave her a milk bone. So here is where preemptive thinking comes in. Because when he gave her that milk bone earlier and she was so excited, I was like, all right, bet. So I was like, oh, let me give her a treat too. So instead of taking out one milk bone, I took out 2 milk bones and I stuck one under my butt. And I gave her the other one. So I held on to that milk bone. So I go downstairs and I'm creeping. I have my heels off because I'm like, everybody knows you can hear the heels. Okay, I'm not even trying to be heavy-footed and clop clop. So I use my light ninja walk. And mind you, at that time, I was a little bit heavier than I am now. So don't think I was light and slim. I was not. So here I am. Creep, creep, creep. And here comes the big-ass pit bull. Like, oh, no, you're going to pack your ass up. So I'm like, hey, shh. No. Just like, So here I am. I open the door. So I'm like pushing the screen door, sliding out the other door. And then I bring out the milk bone. Bring out the milk bone. She got excited. She sat down, gave her the milk bone. I shut the damn door and I left. So, fast forward, because he had called me the next day. Furious, okay? Furious. I ain't never had no girl sneak her ass out of my house like that. That shit was disrespectful. I wake up and I'm thinking, we gonna have another round. I said, whoa, so you mad? You mad because you ain't get to hit it again. But I had already got what I wanted and I didn't want to do it again. So I left. That's real messed up. And you left. Y'all, I ain't gonna lie. It was kind of a bitch move to leave the dog out. However, I told you I was going to leave. I told him I was going to leave. And he's like, you ain't going to leave, girl. Plus, she going to let me know when you try to leave. So that's what had prompted this whole, I will leave. So he's like, plus, the dog's name is Sheba. I might not remember his name, but I remember the dog's name was Sheba. I'm not shit. Anyway, he's like, plus you let Sheba out and she completely destroyed my house. She chewed up my couch and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, ooh, you must be a hard sleeper if she was able to do all of that. So he was mad and I was like, look, I told you I was going to leave. I told you that was my stilo. You're not going to keep me, all right? I'm not to be kept unless I want to be kept. All right? Hilarious. Okay, bye. That was it. That was my funny story of the day. I'll come back with more trifling mess that I've done because I've done a lot of trifling mess and I kind of understand why God made me disabled now that I think back on it. It kind of makes sense now, Lord. I understand. I understand. Give me heart problems because I was terrible to other people's hearts. But it was fun at the time. All right. Bye. Toodaloo. Gone.